So
What?
let's talk.
About what?
Well, you tell me if we're allowed to talk about it.
Yeah,
but when
you're
I
good.
saw you, you said, because I had said I've never met Khalyla. I'm a fan of hers.
I want to say this, okay? 10 years ago, when I met her on Tinder, my career was in the shitter. I was literally about to get let go of my agency, and I wasn't bringing up any income. I wasn't getting any auditions. I would sporadically over the years, maybe we'll book a pilot or something, right? But it was like nothing really tended to work out for me. And I would see other people rise, and I was literally at a point where I was like, you know what? I got to change something about how I view my business, and not to make it like my number one thing, because when you make your business your number one thing, there's just a lot of pain that goes along with that, right? And life is not about that. So I, decided to pour my attention into a relationship, and I met Khalyla at the perfect time. And, in many ways, she's the love of my life. She reinvented my career. We started Tiger Belly with nothing. We just bought equipment from Guitar Center, and we just started doing it. And this was about 8-9 years ago. And it grew, and it helped other aspects of my business. And now, I'm selling I have a couple of shows I sold, and, I have a pretty big movie I'm coming, just things are happening. And I really equate that to, the dedication of Khalyla in me, her investment in me and my investment in her. And she is the love of my life, and I love her dearly. And she changed me in so many different ways. That being said, we broke up. Yeah. And this is the first time, I don't know if this is...
We'll hold this episode until
Yeah, hold
you
it,
announce
we'll
it
announce
respectfully.
it. Yeah.
Because I really would like to meet her. I saw her for 10 seconds at Christina's party.
Yeah.
And you as well. You came in, bowed to me, and bounced. And then
Well, you were
I was
dressed
like,
like
where
a
the fuck's
magical
Bobby?
gnome or something.
I was dressed like I was from the 80s, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
It was the 80s
It was
party.
dark, and I go, is that a magical gnome? And
And I would love to have her on here too.
Yeah.
But I did not know you guys broke up.
No one knows.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've talked about it.
Well, we'll hold this episode.
Yeah,
but I hear
this
you.
literally is the first time I've talked about it on a podcast. Hopefully my other one would have aired by now that people kind of know, but it was a long, difficult decision between us, and we still live together.
That's what you said.
Yeah,
You
we
still live together.
sleep on the same bed. We still laugh and giggle, and we're going to the Philippines soon because we're working on a project together. Yeah, I mean, nothing's really changed outside of the fact that we're not, in a committed relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend. That might change. I don't know. I mean, but right now we feel good. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I feel pretty good about it. It's painful. It's hard. I mean, when you're in a relationship with someone that you love that hard for 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, but a lot of things went on, and, if people follow the internet, and follow my story, a lot went on in the last year, but it's, honestly, it was mostly my fault. And I'll tell you why. A couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, before the pandemic, I could see myself out of the relationship in terms of giving her what she needs. Women, they need cuddles, they need attention, they need intimacy, they need all and I was not giving her anything. I was just playing video games and watching porn all day, you know what I mean? And she would say, every day, she would cry and be like, what about me? What's going on? And I'd just be like, I'm just not, I don't know, I'm going through something. I would make some sort of excuse, and in the last 2 or 3 years, we had sex maybe twice.
What?
Yeah. And
Bobby
she would always want it, and I just, for some reason, I think getting into a business.
Oh wait, so you're saying you're not just watching porn, you're jerking off, you're self-satisfying.
No, I watch porn
games.
for the cinematography. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Well, you said watch, bro.
Yeah.
But you're self-satisfying everything: the video games, the comedy, the porn. And she's like, "What about me?"
Yeah, and
2 to 3 times in 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
You reflect at your behavior and what caused all this, and she's getting a lot of things on the internet. You know what I mean? And I have to take 95% of the blame. Really, I think. I really believe that. I regret so many things. I regret a lot of things. I'm not even specifically to her. I've regretted things in my life, in my career, in other ways. You know what I mean? There's a lot of regret there. But at the end of the day, I'm just authentically trying to be myself, and I'm literally doing the best I can. I really am. I do therapy every week. I have a psychiatrist once a month. I go to AA meetings.
Good.
I do everything I can. I've always been into self-improvement. I've always been into seeing where my behavior is and where I can change. Am I a fucked up guy? Yeah. Do I have problems? Oh yeah. A lot of problemos. You know what I mean? But so it's life. And from now on, I'm just not I think I'm unfuckable. Because I've never gotten a DM, and I've never gotten a DM.
You said this to me.
Never gotten a DM.
I mean,
Not
I've
a
had
titty,
girls.
nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've had girls that just send just titties. Like, hey, here's some titties. Thought you could
Yeah,
start
and
your
that's
day
so
off right. I'm
kind of
like,
them to
fuck
do that.
Yeah, thank
It's so
you so
kind
much.
of them to do that. Yeah, I've never gotten a shoulder blade or a finger or nothing from a woman, but it's fine.
But I told you, once you say you're single and you say that, you're opening the floodgates. You're gonna get some titties.
I don't think so, because I've asked for titties before.
That's why you didn't get them. They're gonna come.
No. I've asked
They're
for
gonna
titties.
come.
Yeah. And yeah. I've gotten dicks.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've got a couple of dicks. Yeah.
believe
But
that.
I don't like dicks. You know what I mean? I
More
want tits.
dicks than tits.
But honestly, I don't. It's funny. I have no. I don't want to see anybody.
That's what I want to. So you're at a point where you're not, or you don't feel you can make things right in this relationship right now. Yet you also don't want to go meet someone.
No, it's not about that.
Right.
I literally don't want to. I have no interest in compromising, in listening. I mean,
In being a good
and
partner.
pretending. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
have no interest in that. You know what I mean? I have no interest
It's
of
what
like,
you have
what
to
about
do.
me?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? And it's like, because I have no interest of like, hey, let's go have dinner. But you know what? I'm cutting out meat, so let's go to Veggie Grill, right? I'm going to Morton's.
I'm just gonna start dating you, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to Morton's. You have fun at Veggie Grill. I have no room in my life to go. I'll go there, right? With me, it's like this is what you get with me, right? And this is ask any girlfriend that I've ever had, right? Is you'll get some financial security in the sense of like, I always pay for the meal. You know what I mean? If you want to go to Tulum, we'll go to Tulum, right? If you want, but it's like, one time this one girl was a DJ. I dated a girl that was a DJ, like an amateur.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm DJing at a club, you know what I mean? Downtown or Little Tokyo. I go, have fun. Like, if she wanted me to go, I just have no interest. And women don't like that.
No, they don't like
Yeah.
that. No.
If they were like DJing with Steve Aoki, you know what I mean? And I think I'll go that, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'll go one time. I'll go one time.
Yeah.
I'll go one time, right? But then it's like you're there, and then you know what I mean. You're like, and then you gotta lie like you're good. I don't know what good is as a DJ.
Yeah, I don't.
So
either.
you're lying. You're like you were really good when you did the two things. You know what I mean? The chick was so good. You know what I mean? But like I don't wanna. I'm lying. You know what I mean? And it's like, here's another thing though. What I want to say is that like. I'm also very good at supporting what you do. Like, for instance, right? Let's say you're a girl, all right? And you're like, I like going into the mountains and I like going to the rivers and I like panning for gold.
Okay.
That's your hobby. Like, your great-grandfather was a gold panner.
49er.
Yeah, 49er is what they call you, 49er, right? And if you were my girlfriend, you said, I'm going to go to Colorado. I don't know where they do it. You know what I mean? Do they do it in Colorado?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone does it anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the mountains of Columbine. I don't know what it is. Is that a thing? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to the mountains of Columbine because that's the only thing I know about Colorado because of the shooting. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the mountains of Columbine, and I'm gonna go pan for gold for a month. I'd be like, do you need money to go? Yeah, I'll give you the money, right? You go, right? Just don't fuck anybody else, right? And I'm completely for that, right? But if I play more than 2 hours of video games, it's a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
you're independently codependent,
What does that mean?
meaning you like alone time. You like to be by yourself. Go over there, do whatever you want to do, be loyal, have fun,
Yeah.
enjoy it. Hell, here's some money. I'll support it, but I'm going to stay right the fuck here and do my thing.
Yeah,
You like to be.
Starfield is going to come out in about 8 months, I think. You know what I mean?
Is this the movie?
No, it's a Bethesda video game, right? And they did Fallout and Skyrim, right? And I know that when Starfield comes out, I'm going to be playing that thing 16 hours a day, baby.
Are you really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your thing?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm playing it 16 hours a day. And I don't want to be in a relationship where they're like, we're going to go to the park. And I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think 50, and I was like, I don't want to do it. And I'm sorry. If you want to go to the park with your friends, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? And if you want to go to the Maestro's in between video games and get a steak dinner, let's do it.
I'm your guy.
Yeah, and at 2 a.m. you want to come over and you want to give me a hand job? Let's do
A
it.
hand job.
Yeah,
That's
whatever
as far as
it is, whatever it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll eat your vagina. You know what I mean? I'll eat your vagina. You know what I mean? Whatever you want. You know what I mean? And I'll do it good. I'll do the best of my ability. I'll do the best of my ability, right? My point is that.
Pitch.
So that's why I know from now on, right? I feel like I'm just going to be alone.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So
Yeah.
you've accepted that there is no human woman out there that's going to say yes to that proposal you
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
gave, and you're okay with that, and you don't blame them one bit.
Yeah.
You don't blame. I
What
get
do you
it.
mean blame what?
Well, I'm saying if you said, look, I'm going to be playing this game for 16 hours a day, and they were like, hey, no thanks, you're like, hey, I get it.
Yeah.
No,
No, if I
no
wasn't-
harm, no foul.
But here's the thing, though. Here's my thing, okay? Is if I wasn't making money, right, that's one thing,
Mhm.
right? But I go on the road. If I book a movie or TV show, I do that. I show up on time. I know my lines. I know the character. You know what I mean? I sold a couple of shows, one with Theo Vaughn at Fox, right? I'm going to get the showrunner for that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to go into the writer's room and try to figure this out, right? And me and Theo came up with the idea. So I creatively, I do all the things I need to do to make money and to be productive in that way, right? If I was a guy that was just smoking weed all day and doing that, that's one thing, right? But I'm not a loser, right? It's just that I don't want to go to Veggie Grill. And you know what I mean? I don't.
Well, that sounds like video games is your golf.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
How long do you play golf for?
I don't golf, but I know those guys are out there like 6,
That's
7, 8
what-
hours and shit. Yeah.
Right, and for some reason, golf seems
That's
okay,
okay.
because if you're outdoors,
Right.
and you know what I mean, you're with your buddies, right?
Yeah.
But it's like,
spending more money than you are on those video games.
right.
Lessons, clothes,
Yeah,
clubs, balls,
yeah.
tees, all of it.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm also 50, and also, can I just be honest with you?
You look great, Bobby.
Thanks, but I'm a kind of chubbier old Korean man now. In the market, I don't know.
In the
Here's the thing. Here's what it is. I have, you know what I mean? I have alpha male eyes. That's the thing, right? Like, I think God intended me to be with like a 4'7" Vietnamese girl named Ning Ning, right?
Ning Ning.
Or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what God intended, but I have alpha male eyes. Like, all those dudes, you know what I mean? The comedy store that or in the comedy, right? That are machismo. I have their eyes when it comes to like attractive women, right? Khalyla's very attractive, right?
She's beautiful,
and so it's like, I just feel like with this new approach, you know what I mean? And with my alpha male eyes, I'm just going to be alone. And I'm okay with that.
Are you?
No. But I'm going to have to be, because it's like,
Are you okay with it for a minute? At what point? At what point do you think? And it's going to be difficult too, because she's in the same home. What point do you think you'll start longing for that affection, or?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Do you not enjoy it?
Let's be honest. Can we be honest for a second?
Please.
what I've realized, because I've analyzed every relationship I've ever been in, right? In the first 2 years, you know what I mean? You're into it, right? Because you're getting to know the person, the mystery of it all. Like when I first saw Khalyla naked, I cried.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I whimpered. And I looked at the heavens and I said, thank you, Lord. There is a God. You know what I mean? This is like winning a $1 million lottery. I appreciate it, so in the beginning, it's always that, right? And if you're getting to know the person, everything's a mystery, right? But after about 3 or 4 years, right, the mystery goes away, right? And it becomes more of a friendship and a compromise. And you have to start, and life happens, right? People get sick, things happen. You get old, and it's like, it begins to fall apart, and it's like, why is that? Right. And I just think that am I the type of guy that likes the mystery of it and the chase? And then once I have it, does that all go away? And what I found over the years is it does for me. So I have to figure out how I don't want that to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so
how do you, Bobby Lee, get over that hump? That's what you need to figure out.
They break apart, and I want to meet somebody where it just doesn't.